This is an update video along with a topic I wanted to throw on. So, as far as the update goes, I've got about 22,000 subscribers on the other channel. The growth has slowed. It's still getting views. A lot of those are just coming from legacy videos at this point. Uh, by that, that's a fancy term. I just mean like old videos that are still getting views, which is really cool. Like, mostly I've been focused on programming, so the videos I'm putting out aren't the most thought out. They're almost like formulaic ones, and unfortunately, they're not ones a whole lot of people end up watching. I like some people are really passionate about it. It's like a series of videos, and some people always look forward to them, but overall, they just don't get as many views. But they're easy to make, and I can go into the scripting process and then the editing process knowing I'm doing exactly the same thing. So it's really easy to focus on programming and just, like moving into this apartment and cleaning and all that kind of stuff. It's easy to do all of that and then just take a day out of the week, a day or two, and do a YouTube video because it's so formulaic. But I think it's hurt the growth of the channel, and which is kind of expected. But being at this apartment, I think I'm going to be able to be just way more productive with my time. So I'm going to try to up my YouTube hours again because I just feel like the hours I've been putting into programming here are so much more quality hours than the ones when I was at my dad's house that I'm like, I don't, you know, I don't feel like I need to cut back on YouTube quite as much and still be productive in programming and still be able to do all these other things in life. I mean, just not having all the distractions of being at the old house is, um, I feel like it's just beneficial in uh, like an overall mental state kind of way where it's like that's so much of being productive or not being productive is your overall mental state, and that's just been so much better. I don't feel nearly as worn down. I can go a lot longer working and just feeling good basically. So I'm gonna try to put in more hours with YouTube. But another thing there is I feel like even if I was doing two videos per week, unless I was like hitting bangers for like at least one of those, every week. Um, I feel like in some way I've sort of reached not a ceiling, but sort of a soft ceiling on the current overall formula for my YouTube channel, where I feel like I either need to. I don't want to do anything crazy. I'm not going to like totally change what I talk about on that channel or revamp the like the overall format and like add music and all this like cause my videos are basically narration, no music or anything like that. So I'm not going to like change anything like that, which you know I don't want to do, and I feel like would make the viewers feel betrayed. And I maybe if it could, maybe it would get more success, but it's just something I I don't want to do. I think it'd be risky, and it's just like, man, that's I'm too maybe I don't know if sentimental is the right word. Like, I'm not willing to do that. I'm not that shrewd yet. But I do know some things need to change with the channel. And because basically I said, I think I came up with a really good formula when I was starting at basically, nothing as far as subscribers and viewers go. I came up with a really good formula as for basically two guys working on a YouTube channel who need to get stuff out quickly and get it off the ground. We came up with something that was really good. We got stuff out regularly and people watched it. And we picked a topic that had a very like there's a very good market for it. But I think at where we are now, it's a little bit like we've we something kind of needs to change if we're going to get a lot more people interested in the channel and sort of reach that next level. Like, I want to get to 100,000 subscribers eventually, which, I mean, ideally, what I'm looking for is views, not like regular viewers and audience engagement. But I just sort of use subscribers as the metric because I feel like most people sort of understand or like intuitively it comes to them that if you have 100,000 subscribers, you're getting lots of views, even though that's not always the case. That definitely isn't. Uh, but really, I feel like with my current knowledge, I've also sort of hit the ceiling of my potential and my potential of sort of figuring things out. So really what I want to do when I get some money together is get on a call with one of these YouTube coaches. Roberto Blake is one I was thinking about, and have them look at my other channel and basically ask them, what do you think? What do you think I can do to get to that next level? Because I feel like at some points you kind of can't solve your own problems within your current frame of information, and you kind of need someone else to come in and basically they could just like tell you one thing, but that one thing can sort of alter your whole like your whole way of thinking enough that you know it could push me to 50,000 subscribers before I need another coaching session or before I need to reevaluate things. And then at that point, I'll sort of kind of get a feel, okay, I've reached that soft ceiling again, and now it's time to do another session and reevaluate. But some of those coaching sessions are like $700, so I don't want to drop that money right now, especially right after I bought an apartment and just been buying everything. I've been needing to do all that because I mean, even stuff like getting a napkin holder, a holder for the paper towels, trash cans for all the rooms. It's like all that stuff's like expensive, and it all adds up. So I just can't be doing anything wild right now. A little topic I wanted to talk about with YouTube is just about audience interactions, which is something I want to cover more, but I just have a little topic for it here. And on my other YouTube channel, I get a lot of people suggesting ideas for videos. And one of the things I started doing is in the end credits for those, just having a little text that basically thanks the viewer or the viewers that suggested the topic. And I don't do anything. I really don't like to do anything like I don't want to just call it faggoty, but it's kind of how I feel. Like, I guess it depends on the approach of your channel, but I don't like doing the things where you're like, oh, this guy suggested this topic and I just love you and you did I basically like put a little thing, thanks to this guy for suggesting the topic. I don't overdo it. And I always reply to comments when people suggest them. And I think that, like I said, you don't have to do anything over the top, but it's like that kind of thing matters a lot to viewers because I've gotten at least one of them has no, it was two of them commented on those videos later like, hey, I suggested this topic, thanks for finally doing it. And I think it's just what I'm getting at is like that idea of not forgetting where the audience is coming from, because like when you're a creator and even just having 22,000 subscribers and uploading regularly, it's your perspective's totally different. I remember when I was a kid and there was this I would watch Transformers stop motion videos. There was this one guy who um he did like the stop motion series, and I think he replied to one of my comments or something like that, and it was like the coolest thing in the world. And it's like you kind of got to remember that is the way it is for your viewers. Whereas when you're like a creator, I just don't feel like I have that same mindset. Like even if a really big creator like acknowledged me, I'd just be like, hey, can you help me grow my YouTube channel? Like I don't feel like I'd have that. I think it could happen for all different reasons. Mindset changes or whatever, but it's I think that's just something I wanted to drop by and mention is, yeah, like, and I'm looking at my notes here to see if I had anything else to say about it. Um, I guess another thing is, as far as viewers' perspective, is in that same way, if someone suggests something, and I don't do anything like, say, reply to every comment and say, oh, I'll definitely do that, you're the best. But I'll reply to a lot of them and say, yeah, I'll do this, because a lot of my viewers do have really, it sounds so dumb calling them my viewers. I don't, maybe that's not, I don't, like, people watch the channel. People watch the channel will suggest a lot of good topics, and I will reply and say, hey, that's good. But like I was saying, I haven't been doing a video every week. Sometimes it's only been every 2 weeks. So I'm not getting to all these topics people are suggesting. And you got to remember, for someone in the audience, they aren't thinking of, I have a whole spreadsheet of topics, hundreds of them. They aren't thinking of that. All they know is they suggested this topic, you said you were going to do it, and you aren't doing it. So I always try to like say to them basically like, I'm gonna put this down on my list, but I've told some of them it could be months before I even get to your topic. And I think that's just important to be upfront about it and kind of realistic about your expectations. I mean, in some cases I should probably tell them it could be over a year. And I'll do that when I reply to them. And I even made a community post basically saying I like getting topic suggestions and I write them down, but some of these are going to take a really long time to get to. But I did do the community post. I think I purposefully timed it, and I think I did it well, because there was this one topic that a ton of people had been suggesting, and it took me like more than 7 months to actually get the topic done. And partly I was kind of working on other videos while I was putting it together, because it was a big video and it was a really good topic. I wanted to make sure I got it done right. So I put that video out and I thanked everyone in the credits, and then I put the community post out basically like, hey, I I will do these topic suggestions. Like, I did this one, and I don't always get them out soon, but as this basically kind of say, as this video demonstrates, I will get them out eventually, and I do have them written down, and I do remember them if I say I do. And I think that's just on a broader principle. I think it's really good to not like tarnish your name as like a dishonest or like a flaky content creator. And that's all I got for this one.